and welcome to this eSmart class learning tutorial. So today we're going to be looking at the practice section of the teacher's page and how the teacher can use it to work with their students. So if we look on the home screen, you will notice a couple of things. Because we created a class, the student books that we are using, the class ebooks, exist on the main page now. Now to do that, we look at the class, so we look at the books here, we go to the class ebooks page, and if you hit this star, right now it's unchecked, there are no books that show up here. So when you select the class ebook and you hit the star button there, this means that you have marked it as a favorite book, and any book that you have favorited will open directly, you can open it directly from the main page here. So this is really, really important, very useful for quick access to the ebook. So you can open the ebook from here or from the main page as well. So when you have, after you've opened, you've gone through the ebook, you've accessed it, you can look through, you've practiced with your students using the ebook, your students will be able to practice on their own. So once you create a class, all of the practice sections will automatically be open. All of the units will be opened to the students to do their practice. And as they go through, you will notice how many of your students have completed their practices and taken the tests. You will note how long it took them to do it and how many stars they got on their practices. So if we look here at Unit 1, in my class I have 6 students. And I can see that Bobby and Cole have not started their practice yet, but Connor and Wes have started and they've completed their work. So if your students have completed a practice, this little clear section will show up and it will show how long it took them to do it and the date that they did it. Now, this time is actually cumulative because your students can do the practice activities multiple times. They can do it as much as they want. So Connor here, it looks like he did it just one time, but Wes, he did it maybe two times. So that's why his time is a little bit longer. After they have completed the test and they have gotten the clear notification here, then they'll be able to access the test. And here again we see that the amount of time spent taking the test, the date that they took the test, and we have their score here. So we have a percentage score and we have stars. Same thing. So here Connor, he got a 60%, which was 2 stars. Wes got an 80%, which is 3 stars. Also, you'll notice up here that this shows you the cumulative amount of time that the entire class has spent doing the practice and the test taking. So these 2 students, they have been working for 3 minutes and 30 seconds on these things. Obviously, your students will take a lot longer than this, but this is just for a demo. And this will also show you how many stars they have earned on their tests. So you can see we have 5 stars here, and that is because Connor got 2 stars and Wes got 3. Now, on the practice section, the learning management practice section, there are a couple of other functions that we can use. If we click on the preview practice, this will open up the activities that the students were using and were studying with. So you can check and see what they were studying here. You can also preview the test and and look at the questions that are being asked in the test. So these are useful for you as a teacher, or if you want to walk through the questions with your students after they have all taken the test or they've all completed the practice. You can access these things from the practice page. If you move over to the report and check answers, this will show you different information about your students. So let's take a look at that now. On the test report page, you will get a quick snapshot of all of the information from your students. So we're looking at Connor's test here. We again saw that he got a 60%, he got 2 stars, and we can compare that to the class average and to the global average for this test. Here we can see each of the questions that he got correct. He missed 4 of the 10 questions, hence the 60% score. And you can see his test results. Now this will, as he goes through, you'll see each unit, you'll see all of the units and see how he improves or struggles as he goes on, and you can take note of that. You can also leave teachers' comments on the test, so you can give them an award, good job, very good, excellent. We'll say good job because you got a 60%, and you can leave a nice little note. Something like that. So you do that and you can write a comment, and your student will see that comment on their page, which we'll look at a little bit later. So this is the basic unit report. If you want to look at how they scored on each of these tests, you can go to the review of the test itself. If you want to check the answers that your students entered, you can open the Check Answers, click the Check Answers button, and it will show you this test. And what it does, you see again, this is Connor's test. You can see his score, but you can click on each of the questions and it will show up and give you the specific answers that you want to look at and review. So if you're curious about the questions that he got wrong, so for instance, he got question 6 wrong. We can go ahead and click on question 6, and it will pop up on the screen so that you can review the answers and see where they went right or where they went wrong. So the question here, they had to listen to they had to listen to an answer, and you can review their answer. So they heard the answer was for book, but they hit bat in this case. This is just a useful function for you to review your students' work and keep a close eye on their learning development. So all of this information, like I said, is accessible from the practice screen, and you can select and choose each of the units to review individually, but you can also get from the main page a quick snapshot of what has been done recently. And you can break this down by class, you can break this down by specific student to show what they have been working on. So that's it for practice for now. We will take a look at some of the other features on the main page of the teachers page in our next video.